What's going on, catheter community? Anyway, I don't. I'm sure most of you guys don't know me, but I'm not one to really talk serious about anything. I'm pretty much just my whole life's just a joke. I mean, that's partially what gets me through the madness. But and I'm laying down just because I'm lazy and I'm dealing with whatever, and you probably don't care. You're just here to learn about the catheter and how to do it quick, which I don't know. I guess some of you might want the partial entertainment or story, and then the other people are like, dude, shut up and just tell me how to do it. So I don't know, I can't appease everyone, but I guess to some degree I like to explain, and I'll be very brief about basically my situation was pretty much I just can't pee, whatever. I had a tumor, no one cares, I don't even care, it doesn't matter, but nonetheless, I can't pee, I don't know when to pee, and by the way, this has only been probably a week now since I got off my catheter, my permanent one, or the Foley, whatever they call it. So I was in the hospital, and I'm just had an appointment, and they switched me because for whatever reason, I'm sure everyone has a different situation, but mine is, I can kind of walk. Basically, I'm numb from my waist down, but I can walk, and I don't know. I guess that's irrelevant, but for the time being, I'm doing a catheter. And I guess I just fill you guys in for new people that have just tried this, because I'm basically new. But I will tell you from my story or my situation, and by the way, I'll kind of show you, I'm going to get up from here and show you, not like show you. You don't want to see that part. And believe me, I'm not always in great spirits. I'm not even in great spirits today. Am I? I don't know. Like I said, dude, sometimes the biggest key to life is just a life lesson. You just got to not care and get so serious about things. It's like, oh, you got this, you got cancer, you're never going to walk again. You have this, you have that. And even if that's the reality, every second has a new hope for a change. I don't know. Things happen. There's always success stories. And the more you dwell, it's just like just worrying about crap. And the best thing you could do is just think of stupid crap. Like, just laugh. Because whether you're worried or you're laughing and just being an idiot, same thing is going to happen. I mean, yeah, you can try to take control. And I mean, I'm very adamant about my health. Like, I'm eating healthy. And anyway, I'll move on. So the catheter, did I bring it? Where the hell is it? I'm from Florida. And I used to freaking have fun, and my life was all different, and I could walk. And now I can't, but I had a catheter. What the hell did I do with it? What the hell? Not like you want to look at it. It's just a catheter, though, but, sorry. I'm just laying down because I'm lazy. Whatever, we'll find it. But, So basically, I was on the catheter. I went to the urologist. And just so you know, I'm not trying to make this light because I'm 48. Not once in my life have I ever passed out. And I think it's just the imagery of what we do or what this process is that is so just horrific. I mean, petrified is an understatement of what I felt. And, I mean, the catheter wasn't that bad because, once they put it in the hospital, you walk around with this pee bag and dump it out, no big deal, but it's a huge hassle. The self-catheter, or the intermittent cathetering, it's just, you're doing this to yourself, and I don't know, just the concept. And then, you got a 13-inch long freaking tube that I just was not processing. I was breaking down. So I went to the urologist, and the girl just pulls it out. I'm like, oh, it didn't hurt that bad. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think throughout this whole time, as horrific as the initial process was, which I'll show you how to get through, or give you some good tips that I promise you'll appreciate, I would think, especially if you're new. And like I said, I'm only a week in, but really fast. Literally, I went from a pain of from 1 to 10, like maybe I could implement some mental pain, but I felt like it was a 12. Maybe physical pain was like a 5 or 6. And it was partially because the way I was doing it and some things I learned, down to like literally almost not even a 1 pain. Fast, not fast, but just, I'll tell you. Anyway, so they took the catheter out real fast, and then the girl's like, oh, we just want to make sure you know how to do it. And I don't know, I don't know if it was the length of the tube or just the mindset or just, all I know is I was about to pass out, and I just stopped, and I'm like, well, do you want us to put the Foley back in because you're not going to be able to do this? I'm like, no, I'll do it. And I just realized I had to kind of take that jump to be independent, as they say. It's like, oh, it's freedom, I guess. You know, it's like going from being in a small cage to a bigger cage. But that, nonetheless, they gave me a bunch of catheters, and if I could show you the one I use, if I could find it, and I apologize for this being long, maybe I'll try to make it a little bit more entertaining, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, dude, this is awesome, this video, like, I'm just going to share it with everybody, dude. All right, hold on. And don't worry, I'm not in this good of mood. Especially, like, I'm, like, literally, even now, I'm still, maybe it's just I'm just scared because of the whole mindset of it, but I still don't like doing what I have to do. Who does, right? But I don't know what I did with it, dude. Fucking dumbass. Sorry. Not that it matters. You know what a catheter is, and there's different ones. Oh, and by the way, mineral oil. I was using I guess the doctor's office gave me Magic 3 Go or something, self-lubricated, and it's a tube, but I think the mineral oil works best because you have, anyway, so, and I'll show you basically what I do that changed the pain level and the simplicity. So anyway, came home. I initially was doing it on my couch just with my mom, which is really, disturbing. But I mean, you come to a level of tragedy, and it's like, hey, I'm naked in front of my mom. It's like, it goes out the door, you know what I mean? It's just like a whole another level of, severity and seriousness, and it's nothing weird about it. It was just survival, and I'm breaking down mentally doing this. Like, I'm literally, I think the first time took me at least a half hour to 45 minutes to do the full process, and I was shaking. It was just, but I must tell you, and it's only been a week, literally. I mean, I've probably done it maybe on average. I was doing it 3 times a day, and I will tell you, I was trying to minimize it. They say every 4 hours. I'm now on pretty much doing 6 hours because it's a lot easier. I don't mind doing it more, but I was like, I'm not doing this damn more than 3 times a day because it was just too traumatic. But my bladder was getting really full, and I realized that can be dangerous. So anyway, the first 10 times were just horrific. But the way I was sitting and the process I did it was just, it was trying to get it, and I don't know, I mean, I would imagine the anatomy of most guys, unless apparently you have what is it, what's the first gland you go through? Prostate. I think I have a normal everything. So like I said, I mean, I'm sure everyone's anatomy is different. But what I'm going to show you, and what I probably should have said in the beginning of the video, is just go to the end if you want to see the actual process quickly of how I came upon to do it virtually painless. And I mean, when I say virtually, I mean literally, it's just mentally getting over the mindset of just this long thing going in, which is very disturbing. But if you close your eyes, literally at this point in time, like pushing it in past the prostate, maybe a less than 1 pain. I mean, it's like literally like touching your hand or something like that. I mean, it's so minimal for me, which it was not like that at all at the beginning because of the way I sit and the position, and pretty much anyway, you go in and that's like maybe like this far in, and then after that you get to where you're at the bladder part. It now, and what I want to say too is I really do think to some degree, and mind you that after I've been doing this, I don't feel any like daily or, you know, after doing this so many times, I don't feel any pains or just like, you know, soreness. It's just in and out. It's as if it was never there. So there's no real like long-term or daily pains that come with this. And I think partially it's from doing it the way I do it now. Another huge thing is, I think, calming the F down. Like when you're so uptight and nervous, I really do think, let me clean this window. I really do think that, and I'm just laying down because I don't have a chair and it's hard to sit up with my balance. But I think the calming down aspect, like now it's just, I don't even have to try to calm down because I'm not that nervous. And also it's the position. And so initially going a little bit, and literally, I mean, for you, some people may not even, literally, I don't even feel it sometimes. Sometimes I'm just like, dang, it's in and I'm going. But at the bladder, there is kind of like a burning sensation. It's on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm at a 1, sometimes even less. I mean, it's not as small as the initial prostate, but I mean, it's just virtually, it's kind of like almost like when your bladder is full, when, you know, if you've had a normal bladder and you wait and then you go and it just has a little stinging. It's just because, but all I can say is from what I initially did to this, and this is what I want to get at, was I was saying earlier, if you like, let's say play guitar or you have a scab, like if you play guitar, you get calluses. Well, you're playing the guitar and your fingers are just so hurt from hitting on those strings. I think to some degree you're building up a callus in your, you know, in that bladder area. As far as initially doing it, maybe it'll sting a little bit more, but I do think the position that I utilize, which is very basic, and I could probably just tell you the position, but I'll kind of show you just for the visual, and I'm not going to show you what I do, but just give you the positions and the basic vision of what I do to make this virtually painless. But I will say, I'm assuming, now you got to remember, I was doing this on the couch and I was slouched back and I was kind of like, you know, almost like laid back, and I just don't think that was a proper position. Anyway, and when I found this new position, which is very basic, it changed the pain level. But I don't know for a fact, but maybe the pain dissipated because of doing it more often. Like the callus thing with your fingers, you know, after you play the guitar, which, you know, I used to play guitar, and your calluses, and then after so much time, that's could be a factor. But if let's say that's the case, building up these calluses doesn't really make you feel anything inside differently all day at all. It's just normal. I mean, as far as what I find normal, I mean, all of this is probably not normal for all of us because everyone has a different situation. So anyway, I'll shut up now and let's go, and I'll show you pretty much just the position I do, and you're just going to be like, oh, that's it. But I will say that finding this position has been showing me just making this like going from hell, absolute hell, to like not a big deal. So hold on. So alright. So here's the catheter. Now who wants to jam this thing all the way in their freaking wiener? Me, I want to do it. Let me go first. So anyway, now here's the deal. I am noticing. Damn it. I'm running it. Okay. So this is, let me show you. I was going to say to sit on the toilet. But if you really want to alleviate the pain and just get this as smooth as possible, this is the position I have. Now, if you notice, this ledge, and I don't know, everyone's toilet size is different, but now you could maybe put a little cushion on your toilet, but the toilet, it's a little bit lower than sitting on this right here. So what I do is I just come in here and sorry, I'm slow and freaking basically an idiot. Can't even move. Okay. Literally, like at this point, it's not even about the pain, it's just the freaking hassle of doing it, which is fine with me because the pain was just the most problematic or stressful thing. So anyway, I'm sitting like this on this, and literally, this is exactly how I sit. My butt's right on the freaking tub. If you don't have a tub, I would recommend just elevating, and your legs, so your body may be different. You may be shorter, you may be younger, you may be taller. So all I can tell you is this is the position I'm in. And whatever other position, I found it to be painful. This one was virtually not painful at all. And then basically, that's it. And then I hold my whoosh machine straight and just straight in. At about that point, it's just, all I can tell you is doing it at this position, it's been night and day. And so that may not be like, like you might be like, okay, big deal. But for me, and the pain and the being scared, I wish someone would have told me, and that's why I wanted to make this video, because I was petrified. And all I can tell you is, if you are scared, it gets so much easier. I mean, like, it's not even a big deal now for me, besides the hassle of doing it. I use the mineral oil. I freaking just clean this one. This one's a reusable one, but I just pretty much clean the crap out of it with soap and water. And that's it. And then I go in and a couple other things, you obviously only want so much. I would definitely recommend, and your probably urologist told you to measure, which I don't get it. I went 5 hours and this whole thing was going over the top, freaking out. I don't know. So all I can tell you is the easier it gets. See, my skin's fading. My movie star days are over. Anyway, but let me let you go. I just want to make that video, so I know it was kind of long and drawn out, but if you can sit in that position and just go straight in, for me, it was 10 times easier. And like I said, two things could have been a factor: the repetition and also calming down, just relaxing. So I wish you the best of luck, man or woman. I guess this is mostly for the dudes, but I know your pain, and just hang in there. It gets easier as far as this goes.